So in this short video, we are going to deal with this question. A punter on McNeil High School football team kicks a football. Its height is represented by h, and over here t is the time, right? Which is represented by the seconds. So this question we are going to deal with. See, here you need to remember a formula. The formula of maxima or minima. What is maxima or minima? Let us understand. Whenever you are making a parabola, so whenever you have your quadratic equation in the standard form ax square plus bx plus c, so you are getting upward parabola like that. And the upward parabola has a minima. You can find what is the minimum position, the vertex of it, but you cannot find the maximum of it because that is infinity. In same manner, if this a is negative, if you have negative ax square plus bx plus c, then you are getting a downward parabola. And in this situation, you can find a maxima. That means the maximum distance, right? So here you can find that what would be the maximum height up to which the ball will reach, the football will reach, right? This is one way you can do. The second thing you can find that at what time this ball will reach at the maximum height. These two things we are going to find, okay? So first of all, we need to find that what value of x would be there that my y would be maximum, and my value of x is represented by time t and my y is represented by h. So this is given to us. Now what is formula for maxima or minima? Here we will get a maxima because this is negative, so we will get a downward parabola like that. So therefore we will have a maxima in this situation. So in the case of maxima, you are going to write the formula negative b upon 2a. This is the maxima. Here you will get the time at which the football will reach at the maximum point. That would be the maximum height of the football, you could say in the another language. So let us solve the maxima for this. So when we need time, how I will calculate the time, at what time that will reach the highest distance, the highest, the vertical distance, the height. So we are going to write negative b upon 2a. This is what we are going to do. So negative b, that means I would be writing negative 1824, right? Because this is b part and my a. A is, you already know, your square term, whatever the coefficient of the square term is, that is the a. So a is 2 times negative 4.9. Let us calculate this using a calculator and we will get our answer. Okay. So I'm putting the value in my calculator. Just a second. So we have, like, negative and negative value will cancel each other, isn't it? There is a negative, here is a negative. You are going to get a positive answer at the end. So we have 18.24. That would be divided by 2 times 4.9, and 2 times 4.9 will make 9.8. So you are going to write 9.8. So I'm rounding this to two decimal places. I'm getting 1.86. So 1.86 second, when you are going to hit the ball, hit the football, the soccer ball, after 1.86 seconds, it would be at the maximum height. It would be at maxima. And how now we can get the maxima? Here, if you will see, h is representing the height, and this is the equation which is representing the football. So therefore, I'm going to plug in the value of t in order to get the height. So h would be equal to negative 4.9 t square I can write, plus 18.24 t I could write, and plus 0.8 I could write. So here I could write negative 4.9, and here instead of t I could write 1.86 square, then plus 18.24 times 1.86, and then plus 0.8. This is what we need to write. So let us solve this further. So I need to square 1.86. So 1.86 square, I'm just calculating everything, okay? And then let me multiply 4.9. So this will become around 17 I'm getting. Or if I round it, I'm going to get in two decimal places, negative 16.95, okay, for this particular value. Now there would be addition. Now I would be doing 18.24 times 1.86. So here I'm again rounding to 2 decimal place. So I'm getting 33.93 for this and plus 0.8. Let us calculate everything. So negative 16.95. Then there is positive 33.93. And then I could write positive 0.8. So I'm getting 17.78. So 17.78 would be the maximum, the height the ball is going to reach. So if I'm going to make something like this, okay, so what would be the maximum height? And the ball will reach at the maximum height. This maximum height y value would be 17.78. And this whole course of action will take place in how much seconds? So this whole course of action will take place at 1.86 seconds. So this is what we can do. Now let us come to the second part of the question. Now the height has approached, right? Now there is another equation. Okay. And this equation is denoting that there is a blocker who is trying to block the ball. So the question it is asking that will the blocker will be able to block the ball? So we need to find the value of t, that what value of t I'm getting, right? I need to check that. And where he can block the ball, at what height he can block the ball, I need to check that, right? So let us equate first of all both the equation. H is equal to this equation. H is also equal to this equation. That means they both are equal to one another. So let us try that one. I just have one slide. So what I'm doing, I'm just adding one more slide. Just give me 1 second. Just one more second. I'm just adding one more slide so that I could solve the question. Because if I rub that part, then that would be, difficult for us to compare. So that's why I have added one more slide over here. So now let us go to the next part of the question. We are going to equate both of them. Okay. So negative 4.9. But let me see the question in my WhatsApp. That would be more better for me. Just a second. So we have two equations. So let me copy from here itself. So H is equal to negative 4.9 t square, that is. And then we have positive 18.24 t and plus 0.8. And that would be equal to the another value, negative 1.43 t and positive 4.26. I will always try to keep my, the coefficient of square term as positive. So I'm going to, add here 4.9 t square so that it should be moved to the other side. So I'm going to add at both the sides. Okay. So here also I'll add 4.9 t square. Here I will subtract 18.24 t. Here also I need to subtract 18.24 t. And here I need to subtract 0.8. And here also I'm supposed to subtract 0.8 and I'll get equal to 0. This would be 0 is equal to, let us calculate. So 4.9 t square I could write, and then I could write there is negative 1.43. So let me write the value. So I could write negative 1.43, 1.43, and that is in negative. And again we have negative 18.24, 18.24. So I'm getting negative 19.67 out of this. And after that, I'm going to write 4.26 and minus 0.8. So I'm going to get plus 3.46. I added them. So now this is my equation, 4.9 t square minus 19.67 t. I'm missing the t over here. And plus 3.46 is equal to 0. Now we could use the quadratic formula in order to solve for this question. So we already know what the quadratic formula is. X would be equal to negative b positive negative root over b square minus 4ac and divided by 2a. That I need to write. Okay. So let us try to understand. Negative b. So that would be positive 19.67 if I'm putting b over here. Now positive and negative will come. Let us calculate b square minus 4ac. So b square, that means 19.67, like negative 19.67 square. So that would be a positive. So 19.67, and you are getting a square. Okay, I'm getting a big number over here. I'm going to calculate everything in one go. Times 4 times into a. So what is my a? My a over here is, let me put the parenthesis, my a over here is 4.9. So whole thing you need to calculate in your calculator, and times c you are going to write, and my c is going to be 3.46. So basically I'm going to get in this root 319.020929 here. This is what I'm going to get, divided by 2a. So if I'm going to do 2a, so that would be 9.8. So two answers I'll get from here. I need to root the value. I need to root 319.0920929, and I'm going to write this into two decimal places. So 19.67 plus or minus I'm going to write, and this value would be, which I'm going to write over here, is 17.86 divided by 9.8. So let us try this one. So now I could write 19.67 plus 17.86. Okay, now let us divide this by 9.8. So I'm getting from here the first value of x is 3.8. And what is this? This is my time. This is my time taken by the blocker to block the ball. Okay, so 3.8 seconds. 3 seconds I could write. Okay, this is the first value what I'm getting. This is not my answer. Wait a while. Okay, now the second answer would be, one time I need to add them, one time I need to subtract them. So let us subtract. So 19.67 and minus I could do 17.86. This is the second thing what I'm going to write. Okay, and let us divide it by 9.8. So what I'm going to get for this, I'm going to get 0.18 for this. Now you tell me, which is my realistic answer? What time would be taken by the blocker in order to block the ball? So it cannot be 3 seconds, because the maximum height up to which the ball is reaching, the ball is just taking 1.86 seconds to reach the maximum height. If you are throwing a ball in the sky, suppose it is taking 1.86 seconds. So when it is again going back to the ground, so it will take less time or more time. Obviously, it is going to take the less time because the gravity is also acting on it. So therefore, time must be less than this. So the maximum height at which the ball reached, that is in 1.8 second, and ball will fall down, obviously it will take less time, right? And this would be blocked by the blocker. So blocker will take like 0.18 second in order to block the ball, because this is my realistic answer. If you read the question, here it is written, if you arrive at two possible answers, choose which makes sense. So this is making the sense. The second one is making the sense. If you want to know that at what height the ball has been stopped, like ball has been blocked, so put this 0.18 second, right? And this is the height. You can plug, so you can plug in here, and after plugging in, you can get the value that at what height the ball has been blocked. So ball would be blocked some over here, right? Ball would be blocked like that. Okay, I hope you get my point. This is how we are supposed to solve this question. I hope you got the solution for this question, and thank you so much for your patience, and have a great day ahead. Thank you so much, everyone.